If you think being attractive is just about looks, sorry to break it to you. You've been lied to. Most men think it's all about jawlines, six-packs, or expensive colognes. But in reality, the most attractive men often don't fit the Instagram model mold. And if you're expecting the usual list of compliments, flirtatious smiles, or girls staring at you from across the room, you're in for a surprise. Because I'm not here to give you an ego boost. I'm here to wake you up. I'm about to show you 5 subtle but powerful signs that you're way more attractive than you think. And here's the twist. Most of these signs don't start with how others treat you. They start with how you behave, how you think, and how you show up in the world. So if even one of these shows up in your life right now, don't ignore it. It's a massive clue. You're not just a guy, you're that guy. Sign 1. You've started seeing yourself as attractive, and it's not arrogance. Highly attractive men don't rely on shallow bravado or desperate attention-seeking. They radiate a calm, grounded confidence. This begins with a mental reframe. Instead of thinking, "I hope people like me," you shift to, "I have something valuable to offer." That quiet, powerful switch changes everything. For example, imagine you're at a social event. Instead of scanning the room nervously, wondering if you measure up, you remind yourself, "I am enough as I am. My presence brings value." This internal dialogue, it reframes insecurity into self-assurance, allowing you to stand taller, breathe more steadily, and make eye contact naturally. It's not about telling yourself you're better than others. It's about recognizing your own worth, without comparison. Like when you pass a mirror, and instead of nitpicking flaws, you pause and think, "I look good today. I'm proud of how I carry myself." That simple affirmation, it reinforces positive self-perception. You'll notice it in the small things. The way you greet people, firm handshake, genuine smile. The way you speak, clear, unrushed, and confident. Even when you don't have all the answers. The way you enter a room, not craving to be seen, but your energy quietly drawing attention. Mental reframing turns awkward self-consciousness into composed self-belief. Remind yourself daily, my value isn't determined by others' reactions. It starts within me. When you believe you're attractive, not just physically, but in how you carry yourself, others sense it. Subconsciously, confidence, after all, is magnetic. And it all starts with how you choose to see yourself. Sign 2. Girls laugh, but guys don't. Here's a social dynamic few talk about. When you speak in a mixed group, you might notice women light up at your words, laughing easily, leaning in, eyes sparkling. Meanwhile, the men grow quiet. Some exchange glances. A few might even jump in with forced jokes, trying to steal the moment back. This isn't just coincidence, it's a sign. Your presence commands attention. Mentally, this is where many attractive men slip up. They start thinking, did I say something wrong? Do the guys dislike me? But here's the reframe. It's not about rejection, it's about recognition. Their silence, awkward interruptions, or subtle attempts to one-up you. They often stem from an unspoken awareness of your social value. For example, imagine you're at a dinner party. You tell a witty story. She laughs wholeheartedly, places her hand gently on your arm. Suddenly, one of the guys forces a chuckle, then quickly shifts the conversation or cracks an unrelated joke. Don't internalize that as your failure. Instead, see it for what it is: confirmation of your influence, your ability to captivate. Another mental shift. Don't react defensively. Stay grounded. In your calm, smile. Acknowledge the interruption, but don't rush to reclaim the floor. Your ease under subtle social pressure is what truly asserts your dominance. Remember, dominance isn't about aggression. It's about unshakable presence. When women respond warmly to you, while men grow tense or competitive, it signals you've disrupted the social hierarchy without saying a word. Reframe discomfort into affirmation. Recognize these moments as proof you're standing out, and that your quiet confidence is speaking volumes without needing to shout. Sign 3. Other men see you as competition, even when you're not trying. You walk into a bar, relaxed shoulders, calm eyes, an easy smile. You're not scanning the room to seek approval. You're simply present. But almost instantly, you notice a shift. Some guy at the end of the bar, laid back just seconds ago, starts posturing. His laughter becomes exaggerated. He throws glances your way. His body language shouts, "Look at me." This isn't random. It's a primal reaction. The mental mistake many men make, assuming he must hate me. Or worse, feeling the need to overcompensate. Talk louder, puff their chest, make themselves bigger. But here's the reframe. His behavior isn't about you being aggressive. It's about you being comfortable in your own skin. And that can unsettle insecure men. Recognize it for what it is. A silent compliment to your grounded energy. For example, at the gym, you're focused on your sets. No peacocking, no slamming weights. Yet some guy starts throwing side eyes, lifting heavier than his form allows, suddenly grunting louder. Or at a party, you're calmly chatting with friends, and a man nearby starts over-explaining his achievements, even interrupting you to take back the spotlight. It's not personal, it's primal. His subconscious is trying to re-establish himself as alpha. Reframe these moments as proof of your silent impact. You don't need to compete, because you're not in competition. Stay unbothered. When their girlfriends glance your way, smile briefly, or don't. Remain unfazed. The greatest display of strength is composure. Remember, a man who needs to prove himself is reactive, but a man who doesn't need to prove anything and still attracts attention, that's real dominance, and you don't need to say a word to own that power. Sign 4. You enjoy the moment more than you play games. Think about the guys who walk into a room and instantly shift the vibe. Not because they're playing mind games, not because they're trying to prove something, but because they're genuinely present. They're not obsessing over whether they should wait exactly 3 hours to reply to a text. They're too busy laughing with friends, chasing their passions, savoring their own company. That is the magnetic energy that truly attractive men carry. Here's the mental reframe. Instead of asking, "How can I make her want me more?" you flip the script to, "How can I enjoy myself right now?" When you prioritize your joy, you naturally become more captivating, because you're not burdened by desperation or lost in constant strategizing. For example, imagine you meet a woman at a cafe. Instead of calculating the perfect timing for your next message, you text her when you feel inspired, unbothered by how fast she replies, because you're living your life, finishing your workout, working on your goals, laughing with the people you care about. That kind of self-contentment, it radiates as calm confidence. Another moment, you're at a party, and she's there too. But instead of hovering, trying to engineer some accidental interaction, you're fully immersed. You're laughing, dancing, connecting with others, just having fun. Your vibe says, "I don't need anything from you, but I'd love to share this moment with you." That openness, it makes her feel safe and excited. Remember, attractive men don't force attraction. They create gravity by being grounded in their own lives. When you drop the games, you stop being just another predictable player, and you start becoming an experience she wants to step into. That's what makes you irresistible. Sign 5. People seek your validation during emotional moments. This one's subtle, but deep. You ever notice how people come to you? Not when things are fun, but when it really matters? A breakup, a tough decision, a moment of doubt. They want to hear your opinion. They look into your eyes and wait for your reaction. That's not random. Highly attractive men have a presence that feels stable, grounded. You don't flinch under pressure. You don't gossip. You don't react emotionally. And because of that, people feel safer around you, especially women. They might not even realize it. But when something real happens, They seek you out. Because deep down, they know. You won't judge them. You won't panic. You'll understand. And in those quiet, emotionally raw moments, that's where real attraction is born. Not in the surface level flirting, but in the depth. By the way, if you're starting to recognize these signs in yourself, and you want to build them up even more, I've created a full framework for this in my program, The Grounded Male. It's not about cheesy pickup lines. It's about rewiring how you think, how you lead, and how you attract without chasing. You'll find a link below if that speaks to you. Final message. Look, being attractive isn't about being born with good genes. It's about who you become, the way you see yourself, the way you carry yourself, the energy you bring into every room. Every guy you admire, he wasn't always that guy. He became him by choosing to level up. So if even one of these signs shows up in your life right now, take it seriously. Because the world doesn't need more followers. It needs more grounded, self-aware, powerful men. And that could be you.